It's a sketchbook tour! My name is Gwen, I am an artist and I make videos about art and life. Sometimes a bit more deep and sometimes just nice little sketchbook videos like this one. Because it's a sketchbook tour. This is a bit of an older sketchbook that I worked in last year. And while I was going through it, I realized how many kind of unfinished projects are in here, or like things that I meant to do but then didn't end up doing in the end. And I think that's so illustrative of what a sketchbook is for, at least for me. It's like a place where these ideas get to live, even if they don't end up like leading anywhere. They just lead me to practice more and just draw my sketchbook. That's kind of a goal in itself, so I think that's nice. So yeah, I'll hope you enjoy my sketchbook tour. Let's get into it. This is a sketchbook I worked in from September 2025 until January 2026. And it's quite a thin one. Well, it's not that thin, but it doesn't have that many pages. The pages are very thick, kind of. And it fell apart a little bit. It is a Canson one. I don't remember the type, but it was not that expensive. And these are two stickers I got from Sylvia McPike. Yeah, there's quite a lot of acrylic paint going on in here. I don't know, I feel like I was very expressive in this book. And this is the quote that really fitted that mindset for me. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life, by Mary Oliver. I think I did leftover paint, put that in here, and then I tried to draw on it with some markers, but yeah, ended up with this. This is some doodling for an idea I have for a picture book with my mom about an artist and a cat. I was trying out some simple figure drawing. I want to work on that a little bit more. Also because I really want to get into doing more illustration stuff. And I want to be good at figure drawing. Some Tombow marker sketch I made from things that were standing on my nightstand. And this is the corner of my room that I drew. Also, I think with Tombows. And here I was using some watercolors and also markers that I wasn't really drawn to, like the colors I wasn't really drawn to see if something would come out of it, but it's just some scribbling. And here I was sketching for some tiny watercolor paintings I wanted to do for my friend's birthday, and I made them, but she really likes blue, so I made it like a blue theme, and I wanted to do pictures of her house and her friends in her house and having a feast, because she really is one to cook up a large feast and invite all her friends over to eat it, and it's really cozy and amazing. Here I was thinking about a painting I wanted to do for a friend, which I never really got to. But they're like big nature people, and I wanted to do one where they were watching birds with a little kid on his shoulders. And I tried out a simple color scheme for that. Yeah, this is something I do when I don't know what to do and when I feel like the tactile experience of drawing, or yeah, with pencil or with markers. This time I really wanted to do markers, so I just make a little coloring page for myself with a fine liner, just a black fine liner, and then I color it in with my markers, just for fun. Yeah, this is a quote that I don't know. It's not really a quote, it's just something I was thinking. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that. Oh yeah, this was Beachtober 2025. I just wrote everything down too. And I wanted to use my pink marker that I don't really use that much. And so I decided to write everything down so I could choose some things. And I think I ended up doing maybe like 5 or something. Oh yeah, here's some more very vague sketches for my friend. I think this is maybe one of the Draw Daily Together challenges. It's funny that we're still in September here, and I'm already quite a bit through the book, and I finished it in January, so I think in the end I wasn't drawing that much, maybe. But this I think is a Draw Daily Together challenge. And I really liked how this one turned out. I think I did my usual thing where maybe I started with watercolor. I'm not actually sure. Maybe I just started with markers this time and then went in with pencil and definitely Neocolor as well. I really like how this looks. And here I was testing out some design for the picture frames that I was gonna make for my friend to put the tiny watercolors in, and I wanted to do some designs on there. Something a little bit maybe inspired by batik. Yeah, I ended up doing 4, and I think they were really cute. Yeah, here's some more sketching. I couldn't really decide if I wanted to do the 2 glasses because they just looked pretty, but they didn't really feel like in the same vibe as the rest, because I wanted to have people on there, but I really liked the image, so I did it here, but I didn't do it eventually in the final pieces. I don't know what to say about that. Just some abstract mess. And things like this is why I think the book is like falling apart now, because I use so much water and it's so many layers on top of each other, and it's watercolor and marker and Neocolor again, and water and water and water. So that's why it started to disintegrate a little bit, the book. No idea what I was gonna do here. But I was gonna do something, apparently. Oh yeah, this is the sketch for my first Beachtober illustration. And this was the acorn. I wanted to do someone who was gathering acorns and then seen from like a frog's perspective, like from the acorn's perspective, kind of. Oh yeah, this was someone's dog who died. So I drew a picture of it. Yeah. This is some sketch for the acorn illustration again. Like testing out the colors a bit. And this is a sketch for the kite one, which I did end up making a Palestinian flag kite. And I didn't do the beach. I wanted to do the beach, but this is just an idea that I got while I was working on it, so I changed it. Yeah, here I was giving a painting course, and someone wanted to paint their little goat. So I kind of explained how to build it up, how to start with the shapes, the bigger shapes. Here's like a pear shape and like the little triangles for the ears and everything. And then I tried to make it just with a palette knife, because I really like that if I do animals. That's what I found until now, that I like it when I do animals with a palette knife. It makes them like very expressive in some way. So yeah, that's cool. I think they're really cute. I don't know. Here I wrote a lot of things, and then I covered it with watercolor and then probably stuck it together while it was still wet, and then created this interesting effect. I'm very messy in this sketchbook. I feel, oh, maybe sometimes I'm quite precise and then I'm very messy. I don't know. There's not really a lot of cohesion in there, I think. Oh yeah, here I tried out to make this boat for on one of my bigger paintings. Wanted to see what it would look like. I drew it first and then I tried it with paint. Because it's like in the sunset, and I wanted to see how it would look with a little bit of orange. Another one of my coloring pages. And these are just all my materials. I don't know if I was going on a trip or something and I wanted to decide which to take, or just wanted to see what I had. I think this is all my Neo colors, and I have a lot of leftover tiny bits that I got from an old box from my neighbor. So I wasn't really sure if they were different or the same, so I wanted to test them out. Yeah, and here I did my other swatches for my other materials, but apparently I got bored of that and covered it all in new Neo colors and water and everything. Oh yeah, I did live. Well, my friends were doing some climbing and I'm not a climber, but I was just sitting there and drawing them. This is a sketch for painting. I think I made this image in my other sketchbook as well. Oh, this is a sketch actually for a lino cut that I wanted to do, but I didn't end up doing it. But I wanted to see if I could do this in lino. It's the clothes hanging, like the laundry hanging from the laundry rack. How do you say that? The clothes horse? I don't know the word. Just in the garden where the laundry hangs. This is Amsterdam on a rainy day. I think I started with some Neo colors and then went over it with acrylic. And it was very rainy and misty and it looked very, very mysterious. And I wanted to try to capture that by doing the background in like watercolor, like Neo color, watercolorish. And then the foreground in acrylics, which is way more opaque. Don't know if I succeeded like I wanted to, but yeah, it was an experiment. Yeah, just pink. Some kind of sky, I think. Not really sure. Oh, here I was working on a design for a mailbox that someone wanted, maybe. Never ended up doing it. But yeah. And here I had the crazy idea that I wanted maybe to do live wedding paintings. So I was practicing drawing some couples. It's not something I want to do, not something I'm passionate about. I just thought that it might be a nice business opportunity for some reason. But yeah, no, that's not something I'm really into, I guess. Oh yeah, here are more designs for the mailbox. Oh, this is a quote from T-Day blogs. life is the sum of where we choose to place our attention, which is insightful, something I need to remember more. This is a drawing I did with pencil from the exhibition I visited on the island, where I made another video about. And there were some cool ceramics pieces. And I thought it looked nice with the little windowsill. So, yeah. Yeah. I think maybe I did a challenge here to fill the entire page or something. I don't know. I think maybe I started it later here, but I really wanted to do a lot of watercolor and a lot of full pages. And then some patterns just with pencil. This is a painting of a reflection in a window that I'm still working on sporadically. Here's some sketches for paintings that I maybe wanted to do with a lot of like night reflection, lights in the window, all that kind of jazz. I don't think I already made one of these. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I look at my own sketches and I have no idea what I'm looking at. No, I didn't make these yet, but I do have a canvas prepared for some of them. Oh yeah, and here was where my sketchbook challenge started, where I wanted to fill the entire page. So yeah, that's what I did. A lot of abstract-ish stuff. Oh yeah, and I wanted to do a study of a Therese Swartz painting. This lovely one. The young woman with the dog. The dog, his name is Puck, I think. And I did do an oil painting based on this one. More watercolor, and here's where it really went wrong, where I used really too much water. This is an actress from a series I was watching, and here I guess is some leftover acrylic paint and a palette knife and some scratching. Just filling the entire page was my goal, I guess. And this is a study for a painting that I did from the island again. And this is my cat Ellie, or my parents' cat actually. And just some sketch from the living room. I was just working on my laptop. And I like to do the shadow things in this blue Tombow marker. This is the one that's running out. I need to get a new one because I really like to use that for the shadows. And this is the final one. Also a sketch from the living room. No idea why I did the pink, but yeah. This is the end. And I ended it on the 23rd of January. Yeah, that's my sketchbook. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.